All right, guys, welcome back. And today we're going to build two CPU mining rigs. I'm only going to record one because recording two is just going to bore you guys. So anyway, before we get started, I want you to wake the kids, phone the neighbors, because this is going to be the most exciting YouTube and Rumble and Odyssey video you've ever seen in your life. So what do I got here? X570 MSI motherboard. I got two of these. Why two? I got them used from Amazon because they were cheaper, and I'm going to build two rigs, right? And Amazon is good about taking returns in case anything's wrong with the board. I do like this board. It was pretty impressive what came on it. I usually like getting the X470 Gaming Max Plus, whatever they are, the MSIs, but I can't get those anymore. And if I do see one, they're like 180 bucks. This is like 105 or 110. A little too much yet, but still, I needed two motherboards, and I like the MSIs for some reason. I'm used to the BIOS, so I'm learning to stick with what I know because it makes life so much easier than bouncing between different brands and stuff. So here it is. It's not a bad board. I am gonna just double speed this video. I got a crappy little bronze power supply. I know you're probably supposed to get gold or better, but I didn't want to spend the money, and I just want to power the CPU and the motherboard. I'm not powering GPUs or anything. Sure, it's not the most efficient, and whatever. So this is the Ryzen 9 3950X I won an auction off eBay, and I got it for like 400 bucks, and it's used, but it came fine. But I did get it. I just wanted to get a 3950 for the 32 threads for CPU mining. Yeah, it came. I looked at the chip. I flipped it over. It has pins in it. I tried to seat the CPU into the motherboard. It wasn't quite going. Of course, you never force those damn things because that's an expensive mistake if you break it. So there was one bent pin in the inside. I went, what? How did that happen? It wasn't me. I swear to God. I don't know. I was very gentle with that thing when I took it out of the box. So who knows? I went and got actually a pocket knife, and I was able to get the one pin and just give it a little push and straighten it out. And it'll eventually go into the slots here. But here I'm playing with the M2 solid state drive. I apparently put it in the wrong slot, and as we go on in the video, it won't boot up. And then I read the manual afterwards, which is always recommended. Never read the manual, RTFM, after you try to do the install. That's always productive. So then I found that was really for the CPU, and that was just the wrong slot. I stuck it in the other M2_2 slot, and it's a UEFI drive, and I eventually hit the BIOS and set it up just to run UEFI drives and go from there. But that's what that little thing is. That's a solid state Kingston 128 gigabyte America drive, and I like those. You know why I like those? No cables, and you plug it right into the board. Keeps it clean and simple. I have so many CPU rigs with just the damn SATA cable hanging off the side with the Kingston drive, and it's just annoying. An extra cable, an extra thing to just hang off the board looks crappy. So I think I spent maybe $3 more to get the M2 solid state drive, and I love those things, man. I already installed a Windows ISO image onto them using the Win2USB software, and I got the Windows image from Microsoft, and it's free, right? And it'll come and say Windows need activation. You don't need to activate the damn thing. You can still do all you need to do for mining with an unactivated Windows copy, and that's the way I prefer it. Yeah, it works fine. Don't let anybody make you spend money you don't need to spend, so don't do it. 10 bucks is 10 bucks, baby. You know what I mean? That's almost a day of mining, so why waste that day? Oh, here I am just playing around. It's not perfectly centered. There's the CPU I was talking about. I probably like going, what the hell? I'm looking at it now. Why is this pin? Why is this not sitting in here? I'm thinking, oh crap, did I just waste 400 bucks? Did I get ripped off on eBay again? No, I never got ripped off on eBay. But here I am. I don't know. I didn't edit any of this film. You guys are just going to have to bear through this. I know you're eating popcorn. I know the kids are like, when's the car chase, Daddy? You know? But there is no car chase. So it won't seat. Now, what the hell is going on? So anyway, you can watch me wrestle with this. Pretty exciting. I was like, why isn't this not sitting in the back there where my index finger is? Then I go, the little bastard has a bent pin. Yeah, so it's a cool little motherboard. They got a fan on the bottom there. for, I don't know what the hell that thing cools. I should look it up. I looked it up and I forgot. Oh well. I think it blows air across the, what do you call it? The motherboard to keep it cool. So it's kind of interesting. A lot of fluff on the board you don't need. I just like the bare bones boards, but this is what I got. Like I said, it's used. So what did I do? I already stuck a memory stick in. The Skill CL14 memory. So that's in there. You just need one stick. I think it's 8 gigabytes. But not much else going on here, guys. CPU rigs, I'm sold on these things. Will they make money? They're making some money right now, and I'm speculative mining, but I'm also getting coins that I'm able to stake and make a few bucks. Not, I don't cash out, but I just compound the staking rewards and keep growing. Because again, my philosophy is everything's going to go up. And it's so in that aspect, it's like buying an equity. You're hoping the stock's going to go up. So that's what I do. Getting a couple coins. What the hell is that one? Raptoreum. Everything's down to zero almost, below zero. It's ridiculous. Oh, what is that one? PulsarCoin, that stakes as well. Raptoreum is on iNode, and I use our pool to get my PulsarCoin. I mine one of the most productive coins. Profitable coins. And I'll take the payout in Pulsar right now. But you can take the payout in most anything, which is interesting. So, yeah. If you have a CPU, you look at whatever the most profitable coin is on the pool you are on, and if they allow it, you say, I want to get paid out in Bitcoin. I want to get paid out in Litecoin. I want to get paid out in Dogecoin, or whatever. You can pick some limit to what coins you can get paid out in. Usually the top 5 are the ones you can get. Again, new strategies I'm learning. There's a lot of ways to stack coins, and the most efficient ways, you just got to ask people. And then have people volunteer, like, hey, you're doing it wrong, try this. I go, okay. And you try and go, my God, it works. Yeah. Like today, someone let me know about the new T-Rex miner beta test to try for my GPUs on the LHR unlock. I know, I'll go try it. I found a test copy. And it worked beautifully on my 3080 Ti LHR cards, those piece of crap cards. And I got 93 mega hash now. And on the 3070 Ti, 3060 Ti's on my other rig, I mean, I got to 63 on the 3070 Ti, but the thing was burning super hot on the memory. I said, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I just went back to the previous version, and I'm just happy with that. It was only a couple mega hash different. It wasn't worth burning out the GPU. I do hate the 3070 Ti with a passion because it burns hot, and yeah. And I'm always getting, sometimes I get the GPU crash warning on T-Rex Miner with it, so I don't know if it's the memory settings or what. I just get sick of that card. Bad purchase on my part. Yeah, oh well. I'm stuck with it. Oh, let's see what else is happening here. More boring stuff. Just fast forward. It's just me trying to figure out what I'm doing. And, oh, there's the power supply. I can't even tell what's happening right now. I figured some guys put out these CPU builds or these rig builds, and they just chat through about bullshit that's going on. I figure, yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, this is the cooler thing. So I got the CPU in, and I never installed one of these heat sinks before with the push-pull fans. And I was gonna get a liquid cooler, closed loop, and that was over $100. Someone said, dude, just get a push-pull fan, and they're like $40. I said, blammo. And I don't know, from what they said, it works fine. Having it run now for a day, it works great. The thing's awesome. I don't need the fluff. I just want the stuff, and I just want the thing to work. I don't need fancy LEDs in that. I was even looking for a way to turn LEDs off this thing. On this motherboard, on the bottom part, the LEDs light up. So if you have it in a gaming case, you know, ooh, look at the fancy colors. I'm playing Call of Duty. Who cares? You know what I mean? And it also has the LEDs. Where else? Oh, I'm looking now. That's it on that board. It's just on the bottom of the motherboard. On the other CPU rig, I have a Ryzen 9 3900X, and that has the Prism Wraith Kohler, and that has built-in LEDs around the fan. So, and again, also on that motherboard, it's the same as this one. It will have LEDs on the bottom, but they don't draw much power from what I hear. So I'll just leave them on for now, and go with that. So today is, I don't know what today is, middle of April, and one of the Ethereum DevOps posted on Twitter. Twitter's bad. I don't know why everyone uses Twitter. I don't use it. I use it as a anonymous, where I don't even log in. I just go to the site and I just search on who I want to follow. Sometimes they'll say, if you want to see more, the Twitter dialogue banner pops up and try to block you from reading or scrolling anymore. All you have to do is go into your Chrome or Brave browser setting, find the Twitter cookie and delete it. They're just keeping count of how as many times as you're looking at stuff on their stupid site. And I just delete that and I just keep scrolling through. And I get some, I hate Twitter with the passion, it's AIDS, but I do get some good information from there from people that are credible, right-minded thinking, normal-minded people, not ideological nut jobs or false fake news crap. But one of them is the DevOps Ethereum guy, and he did post for Ethereum merge. It is not going to happen in June. So, and then you expand that thread, and you can see that other people say, oh, it's probably not going to happen in September either. And having been in software all my life, making major changes to software when it's already deployed and people are using a platform, it is a major, major undertaking. You do not want to go out and piss off the current users, the NFTs, stuff like that. You don't want to piss those guys up. Oh, what's the other one? I just drew a blank. Oh my God. Hold on, let me think while you watch me build, while you stare at my motherboard. Decentralized, DApps. You don't want to piss those guys up and off. And if you come out with a new version and go proof of stake and everything breaks and they drop an NFT or something and they get hosed over, yeah, you're going to lose a lot of people. They're going to switch to other platforms and say goodbye, bye Ethereum. And I just wonder, I know they're pushing the proof of stake, the Ethereum guys, because they mostly hold all the coins. So if they go to proof of stake, all the Ethereum people, the devs and owners or whoever works on Ethereum, will start getting rewards and staking rewards and start growing their empire, their wealth. So that's another reason they're pushing. But June, they did say it's not happening, no merge. So what does this mean to you? Do you run out now and buy lots of GPUs, which are well over MSRP prices yet? Do you go to eBay and pay scalper prices? Do you go to StockX and pay scalper prices? No, I would not buy a GPU at all. And some guys are pushing these octo miners also to migrate your current GPU racks and into these octo miners to save on power. But with these octo miners, you have to buy 5 at a time, and they're $699. And I don't want 5 of them, and I don't want to spend $699 on something I already have that's working. That's a lot of power. $699 to save power. A little bit of power by turning off your fans on your GPUs to put into an Octominer case was going to draw a little bit less wattage. It doesn't seem like the juice is worth the squeeze. It doesn't seem like there's a really good cost-benefit analysis to drop all that money in order to save a couple pennies over the long term, especially when Ethereum POS may happen end of the year. You know what I mean? It just doesn't seem like a wise investment choice. I would be looking at taking that money if you have it, and maybe, still on the fence yet, maybe get an ASIC miner. I don't like the ASIC miners in the fact that I have to buy them from overseas, and on eBay they're ridiculously priced, and they want you to pay in crypto. If I pay in crypto to a UK shop to get an ASIC miner, and they don't ship it, or they just say, you're out of luck, buddy. How am I going to get my money back? Whereas if I use a Visa or an Amex, I can just dispute the charge. So that's the big concern right there with just the purchasing logistics of trying to get my microphone right here, of getting one of those ASIC miners. So yeah, there you go. That's one of my concerns. Oh wait, I must have the microphone working here. Hola. Test. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know. I'm using a freaking Apple headphone here. All right, let's do it that way. All right. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here anymore. This is boring as crap. I am doing something exciting. Am I just wasting everybody's time? I know I am, but who cares? Oh, I'm cleaning the damn thing. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm putting thermal paste on. So there's already thermal paste on the Wraith Kohler. He had a little bit on the edge here. He said it was open box, I don't know if this guy tried to install it. I don't know. I question it because there was a bent pin, and maybe he couldn't get it to work because of the one pin. I have no idea, but I got it to work. It's working fine as of now. I don't know what happened with that, but that's what you get when you buy crap used. Same thing happened when I bought something used off Amazon. I bought a 3900, and there was no thermal paste on it. There was a bent pin. I just think these people take these CPUs and they think they're durable. I mean, you got to be a little careful with these things. That's all. All right. That is all. Let's see. What are we doing now? Cleaning it up. Oh, no, I'm not done cleaning. I already wiped it down with isopropyl alcohol beforehand. I put the brackets on there for the push-pull fan for the CPU, and I just put on some extra thermal paste. I just put a nice thin layer just to complement what was already on the push-pull heatsink. Yeah, man, my brain's fried. I can't really think right. All right, what else can we talk about? So yeah, no merge on Ethereum in June, and that was from one of the DevOps developers posted on Twitter. Yeah, but like I said, it's very difficult to roll out any software without it really destroying your current user base if you don't get it right. And odds are you don't get it right, and it can cause major problems and brand reputation. What's going on now? I'm trying to figure out this stupid push-pull fan. Mounting the core heatsink part wasn't bad. It's just then plugging in the fans, and which makes sure you have the airflow correct on the fans. They don't really tell you which way to mount the fans, for the flow. I had to plug one into another motherboard and see which way the wind was blowing out of the fan, because you're pushing air in to the heatsink, and then you're pulling air out. Just kind of keeping that flow going from left to right or right to left, whatever. Just to dissipate that heat off that heatsink. Highly exciting stuff. Yeah. Oh, God, what else? So Ethereum news. There's your Ethereum news. No Ethereum merge. Do not go out and buy GPUs. Maybe buy an ASIC. Do not buy a GPU again. I'll say that one more time. You are still over MSRP on some of these prices. Do not buy a GPU. If anything, buy a CPU. I think you can make some money. And if anything, when people realize GPU mining is no longer profitable, when the Ethereum disappears, they're going to start switching over to ASICs more, and maybe CPU mining, which is where Bitcoin crypto mining started, was on CPUs. I think that may be you'll be ahead of the game because you'll have hardware. And if China does anything to its neighboring little country there, that could really make a world of hurt on anybody getting any chips anytime in the next few years, unless we start doing manufacturing here in the States on chips and stuff like that. You got to think about the geopolitical atmosphere of what could happen. And it's just things that have been going downhill since 2020. So there you go. All right. What are we doing? Got flashlight. We're checking stuff out. I don't even know what I'm trying to figure this thing out. So I know I don't have it completely centered on here, but I'm just trying to figure out this stupid fan flow. It's really, I know you're watching an idiot build a CPU rig, right? See, again, it's just a board. And what I do, I will put an very old GTX 760 GPU on slot 1 PCIe. And why do I do that? I do that to get the display up so I can get the BIOS and set the BIOS. Without that, I can't do a damn thing. I need to have a GPU on here the first time to configure the BIOS to run headless. So when I'm all done configuring this puppy, and I have Windows installed and everything set, and if I update the BIOS and all that stuff, once I'm done with that, I'll pull the card off, I'll reboot, and I actually then access it over the network via Google or via Chrome remote connection. That seems to work perfectly for me. I don't use Hive OS. I don't see using that anytime soon because I like controlling my stuff through Windows. And other people are the opposite. They need to have that, that little aggregation desk monitor, desktop situational awareness, of all their rigs and that, which is fine. Good for you. But not me at this point. I just like to use Windows and stick with that for now. I can see if I do add more, I can see eventually maybe using it, but I'm happy. I got my systems and I got my processes and all is good. Blammo. And I hate paying fees. Oh, what is happening, Jim? What are you doing? Look at me trying to figure out these cables. Trying to clean up this little case. See, I wanted to get a 750 Eris, but they were out. No, they weren't out. They were like $20 more than they used to cost. I just said, no way, man. I just said I can get a freaking, what is that? I can't even read it. 500 watt power supply or so works. Fine. It's just a CPU rig. I'm not running anything else off it. Let's rock. So I just ordered those. Maybe a mistake. And I probably should have stuck with the gold brand, but I didn't. I just usually get, oh my God, Corsairs or the EVGA ones, but not this time. Because EVGA does do all right if you go into their refurbished link on their site. You can get a power supply, but it takes them like weeks to ship it to you. So it's like, oh God, come on, people. All right, what are we doing now? All right, so what do we got? News covered was the Ethereum no merge. Some other crap is happening. And yeah, do you buy GPUs because of that? No, I would not. I personally would not. I'd love to get a couple, but I just can't see the profitability in doing that right now. Do you go buy then consolidate your rigs to save on power by buying an Octominer case? No, I don't see that unless you want to buy 5. Or if you just want to buy 1, you have to go to eBay and they're like $1,100. If you buy 5 from the manufacturer or whoever it is, you can get them each for $6.99 times 5. Holy crap, really? I'm trying to make money here before Ethereum goes away and totally disrupts the whole GPU mining market. That is why I'm really focusing right now on this CPU mining. It's lower cost, lower electrical use, lower heat emission, and yeah, I can mine profitable coins and get paid out in the coin I want and have those coins then be staked. Yeah, there you go. That's it in a nutshell. GPUs, I really hate GPUs because just the noise, the heat, and the price. So again, the ASICs have me interested. They are expensive, but then you got to equate them to they're using less power. And if you were to buy the comparable mega hash in GPUs, it'd be probably double. So that's where I'm at. I have to figure out if I want to drop that much money again on an ASIC. But as of today, the crypto market is crashing again. Ethereum dropped below 3,000. Bitcoin dropped below 40K. And that's a good thing for me because I hope the equipment drops in price and people start, getting panic. Oh my God, I got to sell all my stuff. I'm going to lose everything. Good. I want people to panic because I'll just keep holding my equipment and I'll keep stacking coins because you always want to go against the grain. That's the way I learned. When people are panicking, that's when you start accumulating, man. Keep accumulating. Let the other ones have soft hands and sell, and drive down their prices. That's my hope. I want to see these ASICs go from 4,800 down to 1,000 or $500, man. That's the hope. Oh boy, now what are we doing? We are staring at a motherboard. We are doing something. I'm trying to catch up. Ooh, I'm looking for a cable. So this is not a modular power supply. It's all cabled out of the box itself. One PCIe, I got CPU, and I got the CPU motherboard. I mean, they got 2 CPU cables, power supply, and the 124-pin motherboard cable, plug, whatever. Yeah, here I'm trying to clean this crap up. You got the fans on. That thing is super light too. That power supply. And that's kind of why I'm kind of glad I got the smaller one. It's a small form factor. I can just tuck that thing on the shelf next to the motherboard. Blammo. Oh, and one mistake I've been doing, which I should have known better. It's not really a mistake. It's probably not the best thing. Is I was just having the motherboard sit directly on the motherboard box. And those CPUs get hot. So if you were to lift up the motherboard and touch underneath, ooh, that cardboard was hot. So what I did, I just got some, again, I'm cheap. I just got some plastic washers and raised all my motherboards up and off the cardboard just to get air underneath. And that made a huge difference. So that was just stupidity on my part. And eventually I should just get standoffs. But again, I don't want to spend money I don't have to spend when I could just use some little plastic washer to raise them up and keep the airflow underneath these cards. the boards. Just common sense. Again, for me, it's not so common. Sometimes you have to go, oh, duh, that's really hot. That's not the smartest thing. So, but I can't set them directly on the metal rack shelf, the cook shelf I got from Home Depot for $50 because that'll short out. So there you go. What I want to try is going to the cheapy dollar store or the local art store and just get some easels, or from Amazon, get some painting easels, like 12 inches or so, or a little bigger, and that way I can set the motherboard on the easel like a piece of art and angle it and just have it, you know, at an angle for form factor for space, because you're mounting sort of vertical, and that'll definitely save a lot of space if you put that on a shelf. Oh crap. Problem is, well, no, I'll have to check height. So I'm gonna probably have to keep it on the box because the easel will fall through the cookie sheet metal frame rack, and if it's on the box it won't. Yeah, I gotta measure. I gotta make sure it's a foot. I think if it's a foot it should be big enough. We'll figure it out. Again, it's cheap, it works, it's for me. I'm not gonna go spend $60 for a bunch of plastic 3D printed motherboard standoffs. That's crazy, man. I'm here to make money. I'm not gonna spend money on stuff that doesn't make me money. Not at this point in the game. I'm new to this crypto mining stuff since last September, and I'm trying to accumulate as much as I can to get closer to that ROI to pay for all these damn cards. Those 3080 Ti sent me back quite a bit, and I'm just happy today I was able to run the T-Rex beta version 25.10, I think. And I ran that, and man, I immediately, on the 3080 Ti's, it tore them apart, baby. I went from 89 to 94, 93, and within the same power range to power watt usage, and I was so pleased with that. And I don't know if I mentioned already, I ran them on 3060 Ti, 3070 Ti, 3060 Ti, yeah. No joy. Not much of improvement, and the 3070 Ti is just horrible. It burns so hot in the memory. I'd probably repeat myself. Oh, what am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing now. I'm putting a fan on. All right, I got the push-pull fan. That took a lot longer because, again, I'm an idiot and I never did it before. So I wanted to make sure I did it right. And they said put some foam pads on the pull fan to keep it off the heat sink. Insulate it. Probably melt. That's why. I don't know. Hope it wouldn't melt. That'd be bad. Oh, here we go. Oh, see there. Yeah. So there I screwed up. That won't boot. That's the wrong one. Mainly because I had the GPU plugged in as well. I forget there's a rule, and I couldn't find it stated in the manual. I know if you use that M2 slot and use a PCIe slot next to it, you can't use both. There's something stupid like that. I can't remember. And again, it wasn't in the MSI handbook manual. So I ended up moving to the slot 2, and it will boot up eventually. Do. So I tell you what, this just goes on and it's torture. I know the kids are probably getting tired. What am I doing here? I'm looking for something. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I was looking for that little screw to hold that M2 down. I couldn't find it. It was inside the motherboard and motherboard box. They actually provide you with a little baby screw so you can secure that M2 card. And it took me a while to find that, so I don't know what I'm doing there. Oh, I'm just still trying to figure it out. Again, I'm slow sometimes, and this was late last night, and it took me a while to figure it out. But anyway, I'm just not going to edit this damn video. You're just going to have to sit through it and enjoy it. Simple CPU rig build, man. Nothing to it. There is a GPU makes an appearance. It's a 2013 GTX 760. So phone the kids, wake the neighbors, and yeah, they're gonna say, look at that old piece of crap. Again, the wrong slot. It's kind of funny to watch this back and to go, well, I'm an idiot, but then that's how you learn. Oh my god. So I think I moved it. Oh, and I didn't put any switches on this thing, so the way I boot it up is I short circuit the 2 jumper pins, the power pins, on the right on the bottom right of that board. And it's pins 8 and 10 or something like that. You can that wasn't actually in the manual. That was in the manual. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm looking for the damn screw. All right. So I'll tell you what, I'm just going to meander around here a bit. I probably got to, damn it, I put it back in center again. All right. I'm just going to fart around with this a little bit, and we'll put some music on. You can watch this, and we'll pop back in later. I think when I boot up the BIOS, I will flash the BIOS, and I will, I have Windows already on the M2 drive there hanging on the motherboard, and I just have it boot up and start configuring that. And that's it. You don't need to see that. That is highly boring, and I would never put anybody through that. All right, that's all I'm going to say for now, and I'll be back. Here's some music. All right, guys. Blammo. Stop. All right, we are back, and here we go. We booted up. We have booted up, and we are getting ready to go into the BIOS, baby. We got the GPU on there. Oh, look at that. That is the greatest thing ever. Pretty fantastic. So I'll go through and I'll configure the BIOS as best I can, but I know I'm going to flash the BIOS, so everything I do here is pointless because it's going to get reset. But yeah, so I'll go in through, I'll eventually do the M flash on the MSI motherboard. I've already downloaded the BIOS folder files from the MSI motherboard driver site, so that's all ready to go on a USB stick. So here I'll just show you guys. I'm playing around, looking at it, trying to remember all this stuff. I'll do the configuration settings eventually after I flash the BIOS for the for in the event I ever do GPUs. Might as well already have it pre-configured for GPU installation. I love MSI's BIOS. It's simple, it's clean, it makes sense, and it's easy to find stuff. Some of the other ones are very difficult, but that's why I try to stick with MSI. You choose the brand you like and you stick with them. All right, you can watch that, and the next screen is going to be the actual boot up. Let's watch together. This is actually exciting to see something actually work and not go blue screen of death. There we go. That is what you want to see. And again, I have a GPU on the motherboard right now. And we are booting up. I don't know, I think I bore you guys here. So let's just zip ahead forward. All right, here it is, guys. Look at that. That is from the M2 solid state drive. And that is how we do it. That is how you get it done, guys. Windows. Now you got to go through the hell of configuring Windows, which is, I have my checklist and I made a video on that. The basic things I do, like auto login, stuff like that. Performance settings, time. You got to set the date and time. Make sure you do that. And a bunch of other crappy, stupid things. I forget. Make sure your drivers are up to date on for whatever you need. And I do a lot of Windows updates as well to get that Windows up to the most current downloads for the Windows 10 crap. And there you go. Look at that beautiful little thing. There's the power supply. There's the push-pull fan. Pretty monstrous looking little thing. Pretty hardcore, pretty like what do you call that? Matrix like little motherboard, industrial looking. Oh, what's coming up here? Oh, here I'm gonna flash the BIOS next, and that's gonna be it, guys. I'm gonna flash the BIOS and reconfigure it, and I'm gonna let you guys see the actual CPU miner startup.
But I'm not running out there. I'm not getting Bitcoin.
Those are my buddies in the back talking. Ignore them. He's going to buy low and sell high on Bitcoin. Yep.
Like that's it. I'm not going to wait.
And here we are running SRB miner, baby. Win, win, win. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope this was awesome. This has changed your life. This has made you want to be a better person and become the best you can possibly be. Shoot for excellence, and CPU mining will make you that. I don't know. It's late. Yeah, fun little video. Again, people always like to see how you build stuff together, slap them together. It's a Ryzen 9 3950X with the DDR4 CL14 memory and the M2, what do you call it? Solid state drive and the Aorus 500 watt power supply. And there is my rig on my Zerg pool, baby, mining Pulsar VerusHash algorithm. All right, thanks for watching. You can enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks for watching. Yeah, take care, man. Blammo.